What's up, everyone? Welcome into the Cannonballs podcast. As always, I'm one of your hosts, Dane Cannon. Co-hosting with me today is
your boy Jake Mother effing Bowes on the mic 1 2.
And guys, we are continuing our series. We're going to be going division by division. We are going to be doing our record predictions. And it kind of a little bit of exciting news for Jake and I. We are such a small channel that we will take any win we can get. And our last episode had the most views we've ever had. We finally reached our first small little milestone, and I will take it. It definitely felt good for sure. How did it make you feel, Jake?
It's awesome, but technically it's 2 episodes ago. We do record a little bit early, but it feels
our
great.
Most recent published one.
Yes, at the moment of this recording.
Yes,
but it feels great, man. It's cool to know that some people actually enjoy what we're doing, along with both of us. But it's awesome. Always good to see your hard work pay off, I guess.
Right. So that episode that we're talking about is the AFC North. By the time you guys see this one, the NFC North will have already come out, and you guys will have been able to see that one. But today we're going to be covering the AFC East. And, like we've been doing, we're going to go team by team. And after the last episode, I actually read some of the comments, and we kind of debated with this a little bit. Everyone's going to have a difference of opinion. And I want to make this be known. I want to preface this video by saying we're doing this live. We don't come up with our answers beforehand. We don't look at it before we record and then go, all right, they're going to win this game. And then we talk about why. We just kind of go with the flow. We kind of spitball things a little bit. Mm-hmm. And, everyone's going to differ in opinion. So if you're a fan of one of these teams and you guys want to call us out or, give us some criticism, like constructive criticism, be like, this is why I think my team's going to do better. Do so in the comments. We'd love to chat with you. And hopefully if we get big enough, maybe we could open a Discord and, we could all shoot the shit and, talk ball. I would love to do that maybe in the future if you're down for that, Jake.
Oh, 100%. That would be awesome. I also want to say, this is our off-season predictions for records.
Right. We do an in-season predictions as well.
Yeah, week by week. And just because I say a certain team's going to win now, it could be the week of that game. And I'm like, nah, there's too many injuries, blah, blah, blah. We go with the flow. It doesn't really mean a whole lot until the end of the year. I mean, me and Dane like to, try to get our records as close as possible, hopefully. But yeah, we just wanted to, give you guys some details on what our train of thoughts are.
Absolutely. Really quick, guys, before we get into the AFC East, we do have a segment, it's our breaking news segment, but we actually have a logo for it. So Jake, before we get into it, let's go over some breaking news.
Or, as I like to say, not so breaking news.
Not so breaking news, yes. By the time you guys hear this, it will not be breaking news, that is for sure.
Yeah, so nothing too crazy. Just a couple of, I guess, a smaller trade. We have Denzel Mims getting traded over to the Lions, which actually I like because, the Lions are going to be without Jameson Williams, and Denzel Mims is a speedy little wide receiver. So it's going to kind of, maybe he's not going to be a permanent replacement for Jameson Williams, but he'll be that deep threat, speed threat for the Lions, and he is a veteran wide receiver. He's not I kind of like Denzel Mims, so I like this trade for the Lions.
Yeah,
and I forget what he was traded for, so I'm gonna try.
I think it was 2025 7th round pick or something. It was for bare bones. It was nothing. But the thing about Denzel Mims is he's actually a pretty decent sized wide receiver. I believe he's 6'3", and he ran in the 4.3s. The only thing that I've seen or that I struggle to see talent wise is his separation for how fast he is. He seems to always be kind of covered up, but we'll see. Maybe the Lions can coach him up a little bit better. Maybe he can develop into a better route runner and use that speed to his advantage. So I kind of like it. You get him next to nothing. So
yeah.
It can only benefit, I think.
Yeah, so the Lions sent a 6th round pick to New York, and the Jets sent Mims and a 7th rounder to 2025.
That's what it was. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much I think I see it as they were just trying to fill that Jameson Williams void for the 6 weeks that he's going to be out. Other than that, well, at the time it is breaking news for us because it just happened on July 24th, 2023. But the Raiders signed Marcus Peters to a 1 year deal. So I kind of like that pickup as well. I believe Marcus Peters still has some, juice left in the tank. I think he can help the Raiders a lot. Um, their defense was not anything to hang your hat on last year. Maybe their D line was in their pass rush, but their run defense, and I just don't. I think they can improve. And Marcus Peters is a savvy veteran, so I like the pickup for the Raiders.
I do as well. I mean, the Raiders secondary was one of the weakest in the NFL, in my opinion. Now that they have one of the best pass rushing sets, I think, in my opinion, Max Crosby, and then this year's first round draft pick, it's going to be gnarly. So adding a veteran cornerback to help hopefully coach up the secondary a little bit on top of the coaches that they already have there, it should benefit this team. He's a little bit up there in age, but I think that it'll still be a benefit to the team in general. I think that overall it'll help the team more than it'll hurt the team.
Yeah, and then just last two pieces of news. Unfortunately, Naeem Hines got into a jet ski accident today, I believe it was, and he has to get knee surgery now. So he's going to be out for the 2023 season. Very unfortunate news. I was kind of excited to see him in a full season with the Buffalo Bills. But you know what? They do have... What is Dalvin Cook's brother's name? It's something with a D.
James Cook?
Is it? Oh, it is James. My fault. They have James Cook, and I believe they still have Zach Moss. So, yeah, unfortunate news for Naeem Hines. And then last piece of news, another gambling suspension happened, this time coming from the AFC West. The Denver Broncos have suspended Ioma Uwazurike. It sounds like he's going to be suspended for the year.
Yeah, I know that a lot of these suspensions have been going either half a year, 6 games, whatever it is, or like indefinitely throughout the season. And it's going to be hard to be picked up. Like a lot of these players that are getting busted for gambling, a team's not going to want to pick them up. It's kind of like shooting yourself in the foot.
Yeah. So, geez, he was on. And it's all young players too, unfortunately. This would have been his second year. Unfortunate. And this is the 10th player in the NFL to get caught for gambling. So very unfortunate news, but the integrity of the game is what's most important for the NFL.
Especially because it's such a huge industry and business. I mean, billions of dollars are funneled into this platform, and everyone gets to see it main stage. So the integrity of the game is important. So gambling is a big no. Other than that, I don't think that there's any other news at this point in time, right, Jake?
No, that's it for now.
Okay, guys. So that means Jake and we are going to be moving on to the first team. We do this in alphabetical order based off of the city where they are. So we're going to be starting with the Buffalo Bills. And Jake is going to pull up playoff predictor so you guys can have a visual just so you can see which teams he's picking. Mine are more so going to be based off of just what I say. I'm going to be writing them down. So if you guys do see me writing anything down, it's live. It's not stuff that I have pre-written, just so you guys are aware.
All right. So in my opinion, the Buffalo Bills kind of disappointed last year. They still had a decent year. Like they had a good record, but this was a lot of people's Super Bowl attendees for the AFC.
I know they were mine.
Winning.
I think they were
too.
my Super Bowl pick to go.
Yeah, I think I had the Bills and the Rams going back to back, or Bills and the Rams going. Yeah, that was the furthest thing. But we are known to get things wrong on this channel, but we are known to get some things right. But last year, the Bills won the division. They finished the record or their record was 13-3. They were fourth in points scored, second in points allowed, which I find that hard to believe.
Did the Bills have a tie last year?
I don't think so.
13-3, because that would be only 16 games, 17 games now.
Oh, maybe they did.
They had to have had a tie.
I'm looking at PFF right now, and they have some things wrong, I believe. So maybe if you want to look that up for us, Dane.
Yeah, I'll look it up just to clarify. Go ahead and keep talking, though, Jake.
So overall, they were the 10th graded team, according to PFF, 9th on offense, 19th in defense, which makes sense. A lot of injuries there. And then 21st in special teams. But, they got stomped out by the Bengals, barely beat the Tua Tagovailoa Dolphins.
Now I remember why. Because remember, they had to cancel the game when DeMar Hamlin's whole incident happened. I forgot that game didn't count.
Jeez.
That's a huge piece of news, too. Jesus.
Yeah, you would think we would remember that. But you know what? We aren't, the brightest sometimes. But let's get into their season. Their 2023 season, Dane.
Okay, let's do it. So week 1, we have the Buffalo Bills traveling to New York to play the New York Jets. And this can go any which way. I think that the Bills can win. I think the Jets can win. It's kind of going to be how well Aaron Rodgers does on the Jets. However, he is going into a familiar system. He has his old offensive coordinator. He brought some of his friends over from Green Bay, so he has some familiar targets. I'm sure he's already building the rapport with Garrett Wilson. But anything can happen week 1. Jets at home, I think, are going to come out hot. The fans are going to be absolutely freaking nuts, especially for Aaron Rodgers there. So I think that I'm actually going to go Jets here. I think the Jets are going to sneak away with a win.
I want to pick the Jets, but dude, I think this might be one of the hardest divisions to pick. I honestly I'm thinking about it, like who would I have before we do all this winning this division? I'm not sure. It could be any of the 3 teams. I'm counting the Patriots out. I still think they're the worst team in this division.
Agreed.
But the top 3 teams,
the Bills, Jets, or Dolphins all could win this division, in my opinion.
Yeah. But I'm gonna go the other way. I'm gonna have the Bills winning this one. I just think they're more proven, I guess, than the Jets right now. I think until Aaron Rodgers can prove to me that he's still that elite quarterback. I don't really doubt that he is. I think he just had a bad year, but I just want to kind of wait and see.
Okay. Week 2, we have Las Vegas Raiders traveling to Buffalo. I'm not going to think about this one too much. I think the Bills take care of business at home. Early in the season, you don't know if Jimmy G is even going to be playing quarterback for the Raiders. So give me Buffalo.
I believe he passed his physical.
Did he pass it now?
Yeah, I believe I saw something. I haven't looked up too much. Maybe next episode we can have some not so breaking news that he did. But I believe he did pass. Regardless, I still think the Bills are a better team. I got the Bills.
Okay. Week 3, we have Buffalo traveling to Washington. And I think this is an interesting matchup. I think Washington's defense took a step up again last year, whereas in 2021, it took like a nosedive for some reason, because in 2020, it was really solid. 2021 was bad. Chase Young's going to be back, but with a rookie quarterback in Sam Howell, I don't know exactly how he's going to perform. So for that reason, I'm going to go Buffalo.
Yeah, I'm not really sure about Sam Howell yet. I know that defense is going to be mean. They got their newly signed D tackles, some of the best in the game, but I still don't think it's going to be enough. I think Sam Howell's going to also take his learning bumps, and the Bills do have a good defense when they're healthy, so I'm going to go Bills as well.
Okay. Week 4, I think this is actually good for Buffalo, because Buffalo had to play in Miami early on last year, and it showed the change in the temperature difference on each of the sidelines, which is crazy for Miami. At their stadium, the architects definitely knew what they were doing, playing a hand in helping their team out. Yeah, they don't even play until week 18. That's crazy.
Yeah.
If this was in Miami, I would probably go Miami here. I'm going to go Buffalo again. They have the home crowd. I think that they want to keep proving that they can beat the Dolphins. It was a close playoff game last year, and that was without Tua. So I think that the Dolphins easily can win this one, but I'm going to go with the home crowd. I think that they're on very even playing fields. Miami, they're more of the speed threat. I think Buffalo is more of like the power. And I think Dalton Kincaid's definitely going to start showing some strides by week 4. I think that they'll kind of get him incorporated as well. And hopefully this team's healthy and not struggling with injuries. So hopefully their defense is looking better as well. Give me Buffalo.
You know, last time I believe they played on week 4, or was it week 5? But Buffalo was
It was in Miami.
undefeated. Yeah, and the Dolphins came in and smacked the Bills in the mouth. I think they have the potential to do it. I'm going to be a little bit more tempered on my expectations with the Bills this year. I think I'm going to go Dolphins here.
Okay.
I believe they trade though. So in that for that case, I'm gonna go with you. I'm gonna take the Bills as well. I think home field advantage plays a big role.
Okay. Week 5, we have Jacksonville Jaguars and the Buffalo Bills playing in London. So these are always the toughest games for me to predict. I think that the Jags played in London last year, correct? And that was one of their few games that they won when they were on their losing streak, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they beat the Broncos, and I think they always play in London. I believe that it's like their thing.
You know, I'm actually going to go Jags here. I think that kind of having the repetition of going to London, you know, the team probably has a better understanding of how to prep for it. Don't quote me on this. I can't remember the last time that the Bills played in London, but I don't think it's been the last couple of years, has it? That you can recall?
I don't even. Yeah, I don't really pay attention to London games.
Don't quote me on that. They could have even played last year, and I just didn't even realize it. Maybe that was a game that I didn't get to watch because they're usually aired at 5 a.m. Western time. So I'm going to go Jags, though. I think that the Jags have a solid team, and you know, Trevor Lawrence has been making improvements. They've played in London before. They know what to do. Give me the Jags.
Yeah, I think I'm with you, man. I think the Jags. I think Trevor Lawrence is going to take another leap. I'm excited to see Calvin Ridley on that offense. I don't see, you know, I had the Bills losing 2 games last year. I think you did too. And like I said, I'm going to temper my expectations. I still think the Bills are going to be really good, but I think the Jags are coming into that next level. So I'm there with you. I got the Jags.
I had the Bills losing 3 games, so I had them going 14-3, which they very well could have, but the one game did not count. So asterisk next to it. All right, week 6, we have the New York Football Giants going to Buffalo to play the Bills. I think Saquon should be playing by this point in time. I think that he's going to set out all of training camp. I don't think it's going to affect him too much. If anything, it'll keep him healthy, which he needs because he's dealt with the injury bug throughout the years. Last year was one of his best seasons because he was healthy. Kayvon Thibodeau, I like him on that defense. New York, Danny Dimes kind of slinging it around last year. Still not elite by any means, but, you know, he got the job done. Brian Dable, you know, coach for the Bills, maybe he has a game plan for that defense. So I think that because of that reason, it could be a lot closer. But I'm still going to go Buffalo. I think that they just have a more complete team, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm going Buffalo as well. I think the Giants regress this year.
Okay.
Week 7, first matchup against the Patriots. We got the Bills traveling to New England. I'm taking the Bills here.
I'm taking the Bills also. I'm not that high on the Patriots. I think Bill O'Brien can definitely help out on the offensive side of the ball more than Matt Patricia can. You know, New England always has a solid defense. Also, Bill Belichick's kind of coaching for his job at this point. I know that he's on the hot seat, so we'll see. Maybe he has some things up his sleeve, but I just think that the Bills are a much better team. They have a much better quarterback, in my opinion, so give me the Bills.
All right. Week 8, we got the Bucks traveling to the Bills on Thursday night. I got the Bills here again.
Yeah, I got the Bills as well. I'm not going to overthink this one too much.
Week 10, Monday Night Football. We got the Broncos traveling
Really
to the
quick, just so you
Bills.
guys know, we're just skipping over the Cincinnati Bengals one. I do want to make this known. We might change some of our picks as we get into the later episodes because we don't want to just be skipping over games left and right, based off of what we said. Because, sometimes we come up with a different thought or, we hear some news that might affect our opinions differently. It'll
My
vary.
fault.
No, you're good, but it'll vary. But I'm going to stick with this one. What we already had on playoff predictor. I think that the Bengals are the better team, so I'm going Bengals still.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it as well. But that was week 9. Week 10, we got the Broncos traveling to the Bills on Monday night. This one's hard. It all depends on what you think Russell Wilson is. You think he just had a bad year, or do you think he's really regressing? I think the Broncos defense is still going to be legit. Still think they're going to be a top 5 defense. Damn. I think I'm going to go Bills.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go Bills.
I think I'm going to
Home field
go.
advantage.
I think I'm going to go Bills as well. However, I do think that Sean Payton is going to make this team look a lot better offensively, even though Joe Lombardi was hired as their offensive coordinator or whatever the hell he is. Sean Payton's going to be playing or calling the plays. I think Russ did have a bad season. I just don't think Nathaniel Hackett and him saw eye to eye as head coach and quarterback. And, Sean Payton came in there and told Russ, you're a player. You're not getting your office. He's going to kind of bring him back down to reality a little bit. So I think that this will be a good game. But I do want to go with the home team here. I'm going to go Buffalo as well.
All right. Week 11 rematch. We got the Jets traveling to Buffalo. I had Buffalo beating them the first match. I think I'm gonna have them split. So I'm gonna take the Jets here.
Yep, I'm going to have them split as well, but I'm on the opposite side. I had the Jets getting the first one, and I'm going to have Buffalo at home.
All right. Week 12. Damn. 4 hard matchups in a row. Bengals, Broncos, Jets. Yeah. And now week 12, we got the Eagles traveling to Philadelphia. Man.
Dude, look at their... Yeah.
Oh, wow. They have a tough schedule.
It's tough near the end. That is a tough...
Oh, you know what? I just looking at that, we haven't looked at their strength of schedule.
We'll do strength of schedule. Guys, we did forget about that, but I don't want to interrupt our train of thought. Let's finish this, and then we'll talk about their strength of schedule, because I guarantee it's going to be top 15. Hardest.
Yeah, that's a hard one. And do I do it to the Bills? Do I have them lose 2 going into their bye week? I think I do. I'm going to take the Eagles here.
I'm going Eagles as well. The Philadelphia Bulldogs, man, that defense is going to be nasty. That offense is nasty. Jalen Hurts had a career year last year. He could have another MVP-like season. So give me the Eagles, man. Especially in Philly, it's going to be rowdy.
Yep. Week 14, we got the Bills traveling to Kansas City. I'm actually going to take the Bills here. I had them losing 2 in a row, going to the bye week, rested, planning for, Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. And they're going to be desperate at this point. So I'm going to take the Bills here.
I don't care who wins this one. It's going to be a great freaking game. Like, even though I hate Kansas City because they're a division opponent, every time the Bills and the Chiefs play, it is just fireworks, man. It is high scoring. It's exciting. I think I'm actually going to go Kansas City here. I think that this is, Kansas City getting prepped for playoffs. I think Buffalo will be doing the same, but I kind of trust Kansas City a little bit more in this situation, especially in Arrowhead. So, yeah, give me the Chiefs.
All right, week 15, another hard matchup. We got the Cowboys traveling to Buffalo. It's going to be cold. Cowboys are an indoor team. I'm going to take the Bills again.
I'm going to take the Bills here as well. It'll be interesting to see how McCarthy's offense looks for the new Cowboys. But, the Cowboys do have a solid wide receiver core. Tony Pollard, I like him. Their defense is stacked. I think the Cowboys might have top 3 defenses this year. It's just that good. But I trust the Bills at home, and I think that offense will still be able to get it done. I think the elements help them in their favor as well. So, yeah, give me the Bills.
Week 16. This is a pretty important matchup.
Yeah.
Because the AFC is going to be super close. I think that 6 and 7 spot is going to be a battle. It's going to be between 2 teams from the AFC West. It's going to be between 3 teams, from the AFC East. Possibly 2 teams from the AFC South. It's going to be a close one, I believe. And this is a pivotal game for the playoff race. We got the Bills traveling to the Chargers on Saturday night. Ooh. This all depends on if you think the Chargers can stay healthy.
So there's 2 things that go through my mind as a Chargers fan. Number 1, the Bills are not known for being a rushing offense, which definitely plays in their favor because the Chargers are one of the best secondaries. They had, I think, a top 10 pass defense, if I'm not mistaken. I think they were number 8. Don't quote me on that. You can fact check me later. But their rush defense was number 32. I think that they will be slightly improved in their rush defense. I don't think it's going to be by a whole lot, but the Bills don't run the ball a whole lot. Chargers are at home, but Bills are going to travel well. This one's tough, man. This could honestly go either way. I'm trying to be as unbiased as possible. A lot of this is going to come down to health, like you said. If the Chargers are healthy, I think that this will be a really high-scoring game, maybe like a 38-35 finish, kind of like the Chiefs-Bills rivalry is. I haven't seen the Chargers in Kellen Moore's offense, so my in-season prediction might be a little bit different, but I'm going to go Bills here. I think the Bills get it done.
I have the Bills at 10-4 right now. What did I have them? Well, how many games did they win? 13-3. You know what? You said you're taking the Bills?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna have the Chargers win this one.
Hell yeah, boy! I like it.
I don't know. I just think I don't know. I don't know why. I'm just gonna have the Chargers win in this one.
I like it.
I think
I'll take it.
I think Justin Herbert takes a little bit of a step up this year.
Well, yeah, I mean, Justin Herbert's first 2 seasons looked great. Third season was terrible. He was passing to 3rd, 4th string wide receivers. We had practice squad members out there. Defense was in shambles. It very well could happen. I'd love it, but still going to go Bills. All right, week 17, we have the Patriots traveling to Buffalo. I have the Bills winning this one at home. They're getting ready for the playoffs. They need to win to seal the deal. I think to seal the deal, you have to win 11 games this year in the AFC. That's my opinion, to make sure you're in playoffs. I think you can make it at 10-7, but it's going to be tough. So give me the Bills. It's at home, divisional opponent, and I think that they're just that much better than the Patriots.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Bills. I think they sweep the Patriots. I don't think that I can add any more than what you already said. But week 18, we got the Bills traveling to the Dolphins for potentially the division crown, potentially the last spot in the playoff race. Depending on how the Jets are doing and some of the other good AFC teams. But I think they trade. So I'm going to have the Dolphins here.
I have the Dolphins as well. Because the Dolphins, we'll see where they are when we actually go game by game. But my initial thought of the Dolphins is that they're going to be a playoff team because they have the talent for it. As long as Tua can stay healthy, they're definitely a playoff team. So we'll get into it game by game. But yeah, I have the Dolphins winning week 18 as well. So Jake, your overall prediction for their score or their record, 11. We both have them going 11-6.
Wow. Yeah,
and we had them winning and losing different games. I like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not as high on them this year. Maybe just because they disappointed me so much last year. but watch them make it to the AFC Championship.
I think it's also just like the division got harder. It's not
Yeah.
like a cakewalk anymore. The Jets definitely got better. The Dolphins have been improving over the last couple of years. So you're not getting free victories. So I think that also kind of brings the win total down a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I see so many scenarios for this team's season. I mean, I could see them getting to the Super Bowl for sure, and I can also see them missing out on playoffs.
Yep.
That's just how stacked the AFC is. So, and like we'll see how the Jets are. Like if the Jets are just like, one of the most overhyped teams,
it very well could be.
Then,
I mean, look at how the freaking Raiders and the Broncos were last year. Mm-hmm. Chargers were still a disappointment because they're always this off-season darlings for Super Bowl predictions because everything on paper looks great until it gets out to the field. But then the AFC West just didn't look or live up to the hype. And if Aaron Rodgers plays how he did last year in Green Bay with the Jets, they're not going to be a playoff team because it just wasn't that good. I do think he will be, though.
Real quick, before I forget, I just want to give you guys the strength of schedule for the Buffalo Bills. And
it's got to be top 15. Top 15 hardest is what I would guess.
I know I said top 5, but...
Top 5? I mean, shit.
Is this the right one? Is this the one I was using? I think this is from last year. Let me look at a different one. Oh yeah, that was from last year. Oh, you guys can't even see my screen, so you don't really care. Sorry guys, my computer is being slow right now. Let me just find these strengths. Oh, there it is. All right. Buffalo Bills number 7. So
damn, yeah.
Yep. That sounds about right. But getting on to our second team, we are going to be talking about the Miami Dolphins. And I think this might be my team I want to win the division the most, I think. I kind of want Tua to just silence the haters, stay healthy, and prove that he's an elite quarterback or can be an elite quarterback. I think this team has just like the Bills. So many scenarios could happen with this team. Missed the playoffs. I said a couple weeks ago, this is like a potential dark horse
Super
Bowl contender. Mm-hmm. So if they can stay healthy, with Mike McDaniel, that speed, I think they can do some dangerous things. I would not be surprised to see the Dolphins in the playoffs this year. But yeah, I mean, I'm ready to get into it.
And they brought in a great defensive coordinator. This defense is going to be stacked.
Yep, so. Vic Fangio. They have defensive pieces. I just don't think they really pieced it together last year. But yeah, let's get into it. They do have the second hardest schedule.
Holy shit! I didn't realize that.
Yeah. So, but that's all. What's the word?
Who gives a crap?
Yeah, who gives a crap? This team finished 9-8. They did make the playoffs, and they almost beat the Bills. But Tua.
They did beat the Bills the first game that they played.
Yep, they did. Tua wasn't able to stay healthy, unfortunately. Had 8 concussions. But they were 11th in points scored, 24th in points allowed, 7th overall, 6th in offense, 14th in defense, and 32nd dead last in special teams. So I'm ready to get into this team's schedule.
All right, let's do it. And I'm just going to base this off of the fact that Tua's healthy. All my predictions are going to be if Tua's healthy. I'm not going to go out of my way and just be like, oh, well, if Tua gets injured this game, I'm just going to assume that Tua's healthy, and I'm just going to base every game off of that.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
So first game, this is going to be an absolute blowout. Chargers are going to win 42-0. I'm just kidding. This is going to be an exciting game. It's a rematch of last year. The Chargers did get the upper hand last year. It was a good game. Chargers jumped out to a quick lead. The defense kind of seemed to have a response for what Mike McDaniel wanted to do. We had a couple corners injured, and they actually handled the speed of Tyreek Hill pretty well. If it wasn't for a, just off the rail fumble recovery by Tyreek Hill taking it to the house, the Chargers could have put them away a lot earlier, in my opinion. But that was one of the most fluky plays I've ever seen in my life. Chargers actually, I believe, are 3-0 for the first game the last 3 years. I think they've won 3 straight home openers or first games of the season. So I think they keep it rolling. I actually like what the Chargers' response was to the Miami Dolphins. I think they have a similar response. Give me the Chargers.
I'm actually going to go Dolphins here. I think, what's his name? Kellen Moore?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's going to get outcoached by Mike McDaniel this game, and it's going to kind of help him, kind of do better play calling for the year. So, yeah, I think Mike McDaniel's a good coach, and yeah, that's my reasoning.
There you go.
Week 2, we got the Dolphins traveling to the Patriots. I could see the Dolphins sweeping them, but I'm gonna have the Dolphins winning this game, their first matchup.
I am too. I just think that the Dolphins are a much more complete team. That's my reasoning.
Right on.
With a much better wide receiving core. Much better.
Yes, much better. Week 3, we got the Broncos traveling to the Dolphins. Again, I really don't know what to say about the Broncos. It's all dependent on Russell Wilson. It's their home opener. I'm going to have the Dolphins win. I'm going to have them start out 3-0.
I'm actually going to have them losing. I think that the Broncos defense is going to give Tua some issues. I don't know. It's just one of those like kind of beginning of the year games where anything can happen. And I think that there's going to be some lumps and bruises. I think the Broncos defense is going to be elite again. And I think their offense is going to be better. I'm banking off of the upside of Sean Payton helping this team out. So yeah, give me an L.
All right, week 4, I had the Bills beating the Dolphins. Week 5, we have the Giants traveling to Miami. Yeah, I'm going to have the Dolphins winning this one.
Give me a dub here as well. I just think that this team is going to be too much offensively for New York's defense to keep up.
Week 6, we got the Panthers rookie traveling to Miami. What's his name? Bryce Young. Yeah, I'm going to have the Dolphins winning again.
So Tua is a lot more proven in this league when he is healthy. Bryce Young could be the next up-and-coming star. It very well could happen. I just don't think that the Panthers have too much going as of right now. They might. Their defense is pretty solid. They got a good rushing attack. It's all contingent on how Bryce Young plays. So give me the Dolphins for right now.
All right, week 7, tough matchup. We got the Dolphins traveling to Philadelphia. I'm going to take the Eagles here.
Yeah, I'm going to go Eagles as well. I think this is actually going to be a good game, like a really good game. It's funny. I can see it being like a great defensive game.
Versus Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, exactly. I could see it being either because of that, this is kind of like a revenge game for Jalen Hurts for getting pulled against Georgia. And he's going to want his revenge, show Tua that he was the better quarterback. Yeah, give me the Eagles. But I think this could go like either way. I think it could be a great defensive game because they both have good defenses, or I think it could be a high scoring game because they both have so many weapons. So yeah, give me the Eagles though.
Yeah. Week 8, we got the Patriots traveling to Miami. Man. I'm gonna sneeze. Sorry about that. Week 8, we have the Patriots traveling to Miami. Do they sweep the Patriots? The Patriots got to win one divisional game, right?
Yeah, I'm sure that they do.
You know what? I think I'm going to have them go on a little losing streak here. I'm going to have the Patriots beat them.
All right, I'm having the Dolphins 2-0. I don't give a shit. I just think the Dolphins are that much better. However, there will be a surprising pick for me with the Patriots coming up pretty soon. But yeah, I just think that the Dolphins at home, they're a lot better. I don't think that it's going to be too terribly hot at this point in the season, but it's also not going to be cool. So it'll still be warm. They're just a better team. Give me the Dolphins.
Yeah, I believe they are a better team as well. But I'm going to have them be on a little losing streak. I'm going to have them continue in week 9. Dolphins traveling to, well, actually, it's in Germany. Both teams are traveling. It's probably of a closer flight for the Dolphins. They're more East Coast, but yeah, I'm not going against the Chiefs anymore. I think the Dolphins have a lot to prove to be on that level of the Chiefs, so I'm gonna have the Chiefs winning here.
Yeah, I'm gonna have the Chiefs winning as well. Anything can happen, especially across the pond in a different country. You know, one team may just sleep better throughout the night. Who knows? But I think that I trust Patrick Mahomes, even though I think that the weapons on Miami's team are far superior offensively speaking. Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes, and he's the best quarterback in the entire NFL, possibly in the history of the NFL. So because of that, can never rule them out. I'm going Chiefs as well.
All right, week 10, they go into their bye week. I have them going on a three-game losing streak. Week 11, they get right. They got the Raiders traveling to Miami. Raiders are an indoor team, even though it's probably going to be starting. No, it's Florida. Doesn't really ever get cold out there. I'm going to have Dolphins getting back on track here.
I am too. I'm going to have the Dolphins winning this one.
All right. All right. So week 12, we got the first matchup. Okay, first matchup against the Jets on Friday. Interesting. Man, what do I have him? I have him at 7 and well. Okay. You know, I think I'm gonna have the Jets here. I think they trade.
I think they trade as well, and just it could go either way. It could go either way, but I'm just gonna say, for simplicity's sake, I'm going with the home team. That's the reason I'm going Jets. I think they do trade. It could be at either stadium.
All right. Week 13, we got the Dolphins traveling to the, I don't know what their name's going to be. There's talks of them changing it already. But right now, the Washington team, Commanders, I'm going to have the Dolphins beating the Commanders.
I'm going to have the Dolphins winning as well. I think that the speed's going to be too much for Washington's defense. Yeah, that's it.
All right. Week 14, we have the Titans traveling to Dolphins on Monday night. I'm going to have the Dolphins winning again.
I'm going to have the Dolphins winning as well. I think the addition of DeAndre Hopkins to the Titans is going to make it a little bit more interesting, so it's not going to be completely lopsided with just running Derrick Henry down to the ground. But if it works against Miami's rush defense, then by all means do it. I think DeAndre Hopkins and Treylon Burks can be a problem, but I think that even if the Titans are able to score on the Dolphins defense, I think the Dolphins are going to score on the Titans defense as well. Yada, yada, yada. I think the Dolphins win.
All right. Week 15, Jets traveling to the Dolphins. I had the Jets winning the first matchup. I'm going to have the Dolphins winning this one.
Right there with you.
All right. Week 16, we got the Cowboys traveling to the Dolphins. This one's a little bit of a tricky matchup. But man, what do I have? Overall, 10-6, 11-6. Ooh, that means, you know what? I'm going to have them beating the Cowboys. I'm going to have them beating the Cowboys just to make that last Week 18 matchup against the Dolphins that much more exciting. I'm going to have the Dolphins beating the Cowboys.
Oh, give me the Cowboys. I think this defense is going to be nasty. And even with all that speed, I don't know. I feel like Micah Parsons is going to be able to make something happen. Yeah, give me the Cowboys, and I think that McCarthy might be able to slow this game down a little bit by running the ball with Tony Pollard and utilizing the rushing attack. And plus, they still have a good receiving core, so I'm gonna go Cowboys actually.
All right, week 17. In our previous episode, I had the Ravens beating the Dolphins. I'm gonna stick with it.
Oh man, this is tough. Yeah, it's tough, man, because I originally picked Baltimore, and I think I'm going to stick with it. However, I did not see the Dolphins record going the way that I have it going.
What do you have it at?
I will let you know when it's all said and done. But yeah, I'm going to stick with it. I have them losing this game as well.
Well, it's all said and done because you've already done the week 18 matchup. I had the Dolphins beating the Bills for what I believe could be the division crown, the final playoff spot, whatever. But I have the Dolphins tying with the Bills at 11-6.
I have the Dolphins 9-8.
Okay.
And I mean, I think that they could easily win 11 games, 11, 12 games, but they do have a tough schedule. And a lot of these games could go either way.
I think the Bills have a tougher schedule than they do. To be honest,
I think the Bills. I mean, they're all playing each other. The AFC East is just a tough division in general. But I mean, they all have to play the Chiefs. They all have to play the Chargers. They all have to play the Broncos. But yeah, I think that the Bills probably did. I don't know, man. It doesn't matter. But they have a tough schedule as well. So 9-8. It could very well be 10-7, 11-6. But I have them going 9-8.
Yeah, 11-6. I don't know. I'm kind of, Tua's been injured almost every year. He's got to have a healthy year eventually, right?
He did put on some weight. Did bulk up a little.
So he got the full sleeve. He's going to be coming out as a new Tua. I think the Dolphins can be. I think they can be really good. I think they can. I don't know if it'd be surprising a lot of people, but I think they're going to show us what their potential is. But I mean, again, I can see them maybe winning a couple playoff games. I could also see them, missing out on playoffs and having a 9-8 record, like you said. So, a lot of scenarios can go for this team. I gotta sneeze again.
Bless you. All right, guys. So that means that we are halfway through this episode. So we are going to be moving on to the next team. If we're moving on, we are going to be going on to the New England Patriots. And this one is tough for me because Bill Belichick is one of the greatest coaches of all times. However, it kind of seems like since Tom Brady left, this team has just not been the same. The Patriots just haven't been great. They've been kind of in the middle. They have made it to a playoff game with Mac Jones, like his rookie season, I believe, but it was a quick exit. I think they got destroyed that year.
They got spanked. They got absolutely spanked.
Yeah, it's just kind of hard because where this roster is currently, there's not too many elite weapons where I'm like, I'm afraid of this receiver. I'm afraid of this. I like Ramondre Stevenson. Don't get me wrong. I think he's a great addition. But I don't know. There's not too many offensive weapons that makes me scared.
Even with the addition of Bill O'Brien, this team on offense does not. I don't fear it. I just feel like they kind of haven't really progressed since Tom Brady has left. I don't know. They haven't tried to do anything new. It's just kind of a boring team. They're going to play really good defense. I still think they're going to have a good defense. But I'm right there with you. I don't think this team is going to be able to put if you had to put all the offenses in the AFC East, this is dead last, man. And it's not even close. I don't think it's close at all. There's a lot of firepower in this AFC East now. And I mean, they easily have the worst quarterback.
Just think about it as like karmic retribution. I mean, how many years did Tom Brady and Bill Belichick dominate this division? The Patriots were unstoppable for pretty much all of Brady's tenure. Yeah. So it's kind of things balancing back out where the other teams in the division are kind of getting an opportunity to play for a title. So
I just don't think Bill Belichick is. I still think he's what he's done. But what he's currently doing, I don't think he is able to compete right now. But let's get into the Patriots. They do have a pretty hard schedule as well. They're tied for third with the New York Giants. So, that doesn't make it any easier on, somewhat of a mediocre team. They finished third in the AFC East. They had an 8-9 record. They were 17th in points scored, 11th in points allowed. Overall, they were the 14th ranked team. Offense, they were 20th. Defense, they were 8th, where they excel. And special teams, they were 27th. So, not a lot to be excited for, in my opinion. You had, like Dane said, years of dominating the division, of dominating the NFL, and now it's just how the tides have turned.
Yes.
But let's get into the Patriots' schedule. Not too excited for this one, but, we got to do it.
Let's get into it. And if you are a New England Patriot fan, I do apologize if what we're saying upsets you. Trust me, as a Chargers fan, I have had many years of being disappointed. Let's get into it. Week 1, this is just a bad way to start the season, in my opinion. You're playing the Super Bowl appearance from the NFC in the Philadelphia Eagles. Give me the Eagles. I think the Eagles are just way too good.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Eagles as well.
Week 2, we already picked Miami, correct? Yes.
Yes.
Week 3, playing the Jets. This one's interesting because I did say I was going to have an interesting pick for the Patriots. And I do think that the Patriots get one on the Jets. And I think that I'm actually going to have it early in the season as compared to later, because I think Aaron Rodgers will build the chemistry more with every player on that offense as the season progresses. I think in the beginning of the season, there is a possibility that the Patriots defense can kind of take one away from the Jets. So give me a W here.
I like it. I think they trade too. I think maybe it's possible the Jets start off slow, but kind of get things going later in the year. I'm going to take the Patriots as well. I like it.
All right, week 4. Yeah. Patriots traveling to Dallas to play the Cowboys. I think Dallas's defense is just going to be too much. I don't think that this will be a very high scoring game. I think that both teams are going to run the ball a decent amount in this game. And so I think it's going to eat up a lot of the clock, but I think that the Cowboys have a better defense. So because of that, I'm going Cowboys. Plus they're at home.
Yeah, I'm going to go Cowboys as well.
Week 5. This is an interesting matchup. I think these teams are very similar in certain categories. I do like Derek Carr a little bit more as a quarterback than Mac Jones. But then again, Mac Jones has kind of been held back by his offensive play calling. Both teams have pretty good defenses. I think the Saints might have a little bit of an edge, in my opinion, on the defensive side of the ball. Plus, I like a couple of their draft picks that they got with Brian Breesy. I think that was a nasty addition to add to the defensive line for the Saints. I'm going to go Saints here. Wow, this is a rough start.
Yeah, it's not looking too good. I almost want to give the Patriots a pity win here, if I'm being perfectly honest. But I think the Saints are a better team. I think they have probably roughly around the same caliber defense, but with a better offense. So really, I mean, the Patriots have the home field advantage here, but
is Michael Thomas going to come back and play? Is Michael Thomas going to have a healthy season again and look like that number 1 wide receiver that we used to know?
I doubt it. But here's the thing. I have a hard time trusting Derek Carr. I think he's a decent quarterback, but I think he just has bad games. And I could easily see him having a bad game against the Patriots. So I'm going to give them a pity win here. I'm going to give it to the Patriots.
Okay.
I don't think at the record they're going, it doesn't look like they're going to win very many games, and I just can't see that. It could happen, but I got to give them some wins. So
right.
Yeah, I'm giving this one.
All right, week 6, New England traveling to Las Vegas to play the Raiders. Who you got, Jake?
Yeah, I'm going to keep the win streak going. Got to give them some wins. This is kind of a Jimmy Garoppolo revenge game, but I'm going to take the Patriots here.
Oh man, this is, God damn it, this is tough.
This might be one of the hardest teams to predict.
Yeah, because these are games that they could win. Like, there is a possibility that the Patriots are a lot better than we're giving them credit for. Maybe they finish with 9 wins. Maybe they could even be a 10-win team. Maybe they just shock the shit out of the world. I'm not predicting it. I know you're not predicting it, but it could happen. I think I'm going to go Patriots here as well. I think this is going to be a close one. Las Vegas at home is not an easy place to play, though. I'm back and forth. I'm going to stick with Patriots. Yeah, I'm going to give them the dub.
Yeah. I got to give them some wins here and there. I don't think they're going to win only 3 games, so I could see them winning 7-9, but we'll see how things go. Week 7, I have them losing to the Bills.
I do as well.
Week 8, I have them beating the Dolphins. I'm going to stick with it.
I had them losing.
Okay. Week 9, we got the Commanders, or whatever they're going to be called, traveling to Foxborough. Nah. I'm going to give it to the Patriots here. Pretty much a rookie quarterback.
Bill Belichick does have a good track record against rookie quarterbacks. I was going to say Commanders initially, but then thinking about Sam Howell being the quarterback, I think that's going to play a factor in Bill Belichick's game plan. Yeah, give me the Patriots.
Yeah. Week 10, we got the Colts and the Patriots traveling to Germany. No, I'm not gonna complicate this one. I'm going Patriots. Rookie quarterbacks, man. They don't do good against Bill Belichick.
Yeah, I'm going Patriots as well. Anthony Richardson is the most athletically gifted quarterback we've ever seen in combine history. However, he has struggled tremendously against with his accuracy. And if you struggle with accuracy against Bill Belichick's led defenses, you're going to throw an interception or two. So because of that, I'm going Patriots.
All right, week 11, we have a bye. Getting them primed for playoffs. Week 12, we got the Patriots traveling to the Giants. God damn it, dude. I almost want to give it to the Giants, but Jesus, what the hell? Sorry about that, guys.
Jake's giving everyone a seizure.
I almost want to give it to the Giants. They have a solid turnover defense. It's in home. Damn. Do I do
this
it?
one is tough, man. The Patriots are a tough team to predict. I think that the Giants should win this game. Personally, I think that they should win it. I think they should.
Know about that. I think you're having too much faith in Daniel Jones.
See, it's not necessarily Daniel Jones, but I'm giving a lot of credit to Brian Dable with what he was able to do with Daniel Jones his first season as his head coach. I think that he really did help him out. If Saquon's healthy and he's playing, he's going to be playing with his hair on fire because he wants to earn that bag. He doesn't want to play on a franchise tag. He wants to earn a long extension. I really liked what I saw from Kayvon Thibodeau at the end of the season, and the New York Giants defense as a whole seemed to play pretty well near the end of the season. I mean, shit, man, they really stepped it up when they played Minnesota in the playoffs as well. But given it is Daniel Jones, it is tough. I'm gonna go an L. I'm gonna go Giants. I'm favoring the Giants here.
Who do you think the better quarterback is? Daniel Jones or Mac Jones?
I think Mac Jones slightly. Maybe
one's hard
Daniel
for me.
Jones. Daniel Jones maybe because he does have the ability to use his legs, and he's not slow. He's a pretty fast
Yeah,
white dude.
He's definitely more athletic. I don't know. That one's a hard one. But I gotta decide. You said the Giants.
I said the Giants.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the. No. Yeah, I'm gonna go Giants. No, because then I might have them losing 3 in a row. 4 in a row. Oosh. No, I'm gonna have the Patriots win. I don't know why. No. God damn it, this one's hard. This one is hard. All right, I'm gonna go the Giants. Home field advantage, whatever.
Okay, so I want to start this one off really quick. The Chargers should win this one very easily. They should have won last year or whenever the last time they played was. They should have beaten them the last several times they've played because they had a better team. The Chargers against the Patriots just do not match up well. I fucking hate playing the Patriots because of how poorly we play whenever we play the Patriots. I am going to go Chargers, but this one, I will admit, is a biased pick. Not even going to front on this one. The Chargers should fucking win this one, and I'm using more of like an aggressive nature in this pick because I want the Chargers to win that bad. It has been so long since we've beaten the Patriots. I just want it to happen, so I'm trying to manifest this into existence. Give me the Chargers.
I don't think it's a biased pick. I think when healthy, you put the two teams together. I think the Chargers should be the better team. But the Chargers are one of those weird teams that, can't stay healthy, cursed, whatever you want to call it. I'm just going to throw all that out the window. I do believe the Chargers should be able to beat the Patriots.
All right.
Week 14, I had the Steelers beating the Patriots.
I had the Steelers as well.
Week 15, we got the Chiefs traveling to the Patriots on Monday night. I'm going to have them on a four-game losing streak, and I'm going to have the Chiefs.
I'm taking the Chiefs as well.
I had the Colts, or I had them beating the Colts, correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right, week 16, tough one. We got the Patriots traveling to the Broncos. Man, I have them. Okay, including this Buffalo game, I have them 6-9. Damn.
Dude, I feel so bad because I feel like my initial reaction during the offseason is that they're bad, but I didn't think that I was going to have the record being this bad. I mean, it is a tough schedule. Like, they're playing a lot of good teams.
Yeah, it wasn't the third hardest. Yeah, third hardest. So it makes sense, especially with how evolved this freaking AFC is becoming, how elite they're becoming. Like, it just reminds me of when I look at the Patriots, it reminds me of like an old school team.
Yeah.
And that's not what the AFC is. The AFC has young, athletic quarterbacks with innovative play calling, and I just don't see that from the Patriots. But this is going to be a good matchup. Good head coaches, good kind of old school head coaches going up against each other. Man, this one's tough, dude. Man. This one's hard, bro.
It is hard because you would imagine. I will say this. I think Denver has a better defense. I think Denver's defense is overall better. Javonte Williams might be back. Jerry Jeudy should be healthy. Greg Dulcich for tight end, he kind of had a little breakout season. Russell Wilson, I expect to play slightly, if not a lot better than he did last year. But with this offensive scheme, it is going to be a lot of dink and dunk. Because that's the way that Sean Payton and Joe Lombardi run their offenses. I think Sean Payton will have a lot more big play potential than Joe Lombardi ever did. But because of that, I think I'm actually going to go Patriots. I think that Bill Belichick's defense matches up well against that type of offensive, like play calling.
Yeah, I mean, I have them losing 4 in a row. I'm gonna give this one to the Patriots again, almost like a pity win. But yeah, I'm gonna take the Patriots as well. Week 17 Patriots. I had them losing to the Bills.
Same.
Sticking with it.
Same.
Week 18, we have the Jets traveling to Foxborough. Right now, I have them 7-9. What did they? How many wins did they? They were 8-9 last year.
Yeah, I think they were 8-9 last year.
Who did I have winning? The Jets first? I had them beating the Jets. Damn. No, I don't think. I honestly don't think the Patriots have gotten that much better. I mean, they added what? Juju Smith-Schuster. They're pretty much the same team as last year. And I could see them regressing like by a game. So you know what? I'm gonna go with the Jets here.
I'm going Jets also, man. Fuck.
That's a tough schedule, dude. That is a tough schedule for a team that really hasn't done a whole lot to, like, in the arms race. Like, you know, they're in arms race. Like last year it was the AFC West. This year I think it's the AFC East, and I mean really just the addition of Aaron Rodgers. Like they can't even beat the Jets now. I don't think. Maybe once, but.
I did have the Patriots winning the first matchup against them.
Yeah, same. But they have some tough schedules. They have some tough teams going. I mean, they're.
So you had them going 7-10. I had them going 5-12. I'm gonna get roasted.
5-12, Dane.
5-12.
Okay, that is
surprising.
Yeah, I mean, that's a little bit rough.
It is rough, but I mean, going through their schedule, I think it's a possibility.
I think it is too.
I mean, just the talent.
This is rough, man.
I'm not guaranteeing, but they very easily can beat the Chargers because they've done it the last several years, even when the Chargers have had better teams. I think that they can beat the Bills maybe once. I think that they could beat the Dolphins maybe once. I just don't see it happening, but it's possible. They could. I think they could beat the Giants. Yeah,
I could see them beating the Steelers. I can see them beating the Chargers. Sorry.
No, I've seen it year in and year out.
And honestly, I could see them beating the Jets twice. Like we don't really know what the Jets are going to be. Like we have high hopes for them, but we don't know for sure. So
yeah, this is a very difficult team to predict at this point in time, in my opinion. I think as we start seeing them throughout training camp or, the beginning of the season, just to get a little bit better feel for how Bill O'Brien's going to help this offense out. Because the defense, I think, will be fine. The defense is the defense, and they've been good for years. So it's kind of if Bill O'Brien can get a little bit more out of Mac Jones. And if he can, then, the Patriots might be a lot better than we think. Because I do like Ramondre Stevenson a lot. So we'll see. So, yeah, a little rough on my end. 5-12, you have them going 7-10.
That's like one of their few. I mean, I think Juju's kind of a shell. Sorry. Like, I don't think he's what he was when he was in Pittsburgh. Who else do they have besides? I mean, they got rid of Jacoby Myers.
Myers is gone. Yeah.
I mean, is Hunter Henry still on this team? I would have to look at their squad. I'm not, too familiar, but it's, there was hopes that they were getting, DeAndre Hopkins, but that didn't work out. If they would have gone DeAndre Hopkins, I might be a little bit higher on the Patriots, to be honest. I think he improves their team, but I mean, Juju, Kendrick Bourne, Tyquan Thornton, and Devontae Parker.
Okay, Kayshon Boutte, if he plays like he did at LSU his rookie year, guy could be a freaking breakout, but he tested so piss poor. He seemed to have an attitude problem at LSU, like at the later parts of his year. He just kind of never evolved, and then he just didn't break out like he did his rookie or his freshman year. So Kayshon Boutte is kind of an asterisk because he could be a great wide receiver if he like actually tries. And if there's any team to get it out of him, it is Bill Belichick. So that one I think can definitely help. But they also got Mike Gesicki as another tight end with Hunter Henry. So
Yeah,
Gesicki's not like an elite tight end by any means, but I would say he's above average. He's a good receiving threat.
yeah, but I don't know. I do not know about them.
Yeah, the Patriots are a team that's to be determined. Wait till we see.
Yeah, let's get into the Jets to close this episode out.
All right, let's do it.
All right. There's a lot of high hopes for the Jets, man. Personally,
I'm one of those believers, honestly.
I'm not a believer. I'm just kind of rooting for them. If the 49ers were shit, I would be like, all right, I'm a Jets fan this year. Not really, but like I would just be rooting for them. I kind of like the idea of a super team just winning it, like out of nowhere.
Like when the Rams did it.
Yeah.
Just randomly build a team for 1 year and then fall off. Yeah.
So there's definitely high hopes, but it's really just what you believe in Aaron Rodgers. I believe he had a bad. Let me ask you: do you believe more that Aaron Rodgers had a bad year or Russell Wilson had a bad year? I believe personally.
I'm going to go Russell Wilson. I think had a worse year because he still had more bathrooms in his house than he had touchdowns.
Let me reword that question. Do you believe that last year's bad year for Aaron Rodgers was more of an outlier, or do you think it's okay? Me too.
I think it was more of an outlier because how many years has it been since he was an MVP, and he went back-to-back MVPs?
Yeah, 2 years ago he was the MVP.
Exactly. So only 2 years. He loses his top wide receiver in Devontae Adams, which I do want to say this right now. I don't think that should be an excuse because you see Tyreek Hill leaving Patrick Mahomes, and Patrick Mahomes goes and wins a Super Bowl. He can make it happen with lesser receivers. Aaron Rodgers doesn't have that luxury, but I think the team overall was worse.
I believe this. I believe Aaron Rodgers was very unhappy his last couple of years in Green Bay.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I think he wanted to get traded.
Yeah, and I don't think he played bad necessarily to get traded. I think he was not having fun playing football. I mean, he's almost 40. He's older. He wants to win another ring. I don't think he was having fun in Green Bay. And
agreed.
I believe he's having fun in New York. It's what he wanted.
You see what Sauce Gardner got him? Got him a little chain going on already, showing the love.
He's surrounded by some youth. I mean, I'm sure he had friends in Green Bay, but I think he just needed a change of pace, and I think this is the best thing for him. So
I agree. Plus, the Jets front office is actually showing that they care. Whereas Green Bay, they weren't getting him a top wide receiver for so many years.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I believe more in Aaron Rodgers than I do Russell Wilson. But let's get into it. So the Jets, they have a hard schedule. They have the 6th hardest schedule. So
they're all
entire
top 8.
Yeah. So tough schedules all around. Tough schedules for a tough division, which I'm for. The Jets, they started off hot last year, but lost a bunch. I think they had like 7 wins, and then they lost like their last 7 or something like that last year. They were last in the division. They had a 7-10 record. They were 29th in points scored, 4th in points allowed. Okay, see, this doesn't make any sense. Tell me if I'm wrong here, Dane. Overall, they were the 21st. Offense, they were 31st, which I could believe. But defense, PFF says they're the first ranked defense.
I don't know about first. There's no way, in my opinion, that they were the first ranked defense. I think that they had a solid defense. I would say it was top 10 last year, but number one, I think had to be maybe.
But I thought the Eagles were first in passing.
Yeah, so it's tough to say because you're saying that they're better than the 49ers defense, than the Cowboys defense, than the Eagles defense. I think those 3 defenses, even Cincinnati, I think had a better defense personally.
Yeah, so I don't know how accurate PFF is, but special teams, they were 13th. So a lot of expectations, but let's get into their schedule. Dane,
let's do it.
Let me share this real quick. All right. Week 1.
Week 1, we have the Buffalo Bills winning. I believe that I had the Bills losing week 1. So, yes, I did have the Jets taking the first dub. You
All right.
have the Bills winning.
Yep. I'm going to
Week
stick
2,
with it.
I'm going to stick with mine as well. I'm going to take the Jets.
Jesus.
Week 2, Jets going to Dallas to play the Cowboys.
Can you
This
still
is
see
a
me, Dan?
tough.
Okay, yeah, you can.
Yeah, I
Sorry,
can
my
see you.
computer is very slow.
Overheating.
Yeah. All right, sorry.
No, you're good. I think this is going to be a tough one. I think that even though Aaron Rodgers is going to be familiar with the system because it's Nathaniel Hackett is his offensive coordinator, he's got some receivers that he's used to. He's building the rapport with Garrett Wilson. I still think that the Dallas defense is going to get the upper hand overall. So I'm going Cowboys here.
Dude, their first 6 games are brutal. Besides the Patriots and maybe the Broncos, that's a fucking brutal beginning of your season. Jesus. I might have to change that Patriots pick. But yeah, so week 2 we have the Jets going to the Cowboys. You had the Cowboys winning, Dane?
Yes.
I'm gonna have them winning.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna have them winning.
All right, week 3, we already talked about. We thought that the Patriots could get the upper hand. Week 4, Kansas City traveling to New York to play the Jets. This is tough, man, because usually earlier in the season is when Kansas City is able to drop a game or two. They don't usually do it near the end of the season. And I think if Aaron Rodgers at home wants to, because I have them losing. Oh, shit. I have them 1-2. And I think that to kind of build the trust in the fan base again, he's going to want to play with his hair on fire. I think Aaron Rodgers can get it done. And I think that the Jets have an ability to slow down the Chiefs offense. So give me the Jets here at home.
Dude, I'm right there with you. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to have some signature wins and against some good teams. And I think he can do it. So I'm right there with you. I'm going to take the Jets here.
And this is the best defense Aaron Rodgers has had in a while. So I like that. Week 5, Jets traveling to Denver to play the Broncos. This one's tough. This is going to be a defensive game, in my opinion. I think that both these defenses are just going to try and stall each other. I'm actually going to go Jets, though. I think that I trust Aaron Rodgers more than I trust Russell Wilson. So, yeah, give me the Jets.
Yeah, now, speaking of Russell Wilson and Aaron Rodgers, I'm going Jets as well. I think they're going to win some good games this year. I do.
Okay. Ooh, this is a brutal one. Philadelphia traveling to New York to play the Jets. I have picked Philadelphia to win every single game that they've been a part of in these divisions. I don't think that the Eagles go undefeated, but it's trying to find which team can beat the Eagles, and I don't know if I trust the Jets to do it. I think that they can, but the Eagles are just loaded. I'm going to go Eagles. I think the Eagles get it done.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to go Eagles as well.
Week 7 is their bye. Pretty early bye. Week 8, Battle of the New York teams. I think that the Jets get it done.
Same.
I think the Jets get it done.
Same. Week 9, Chargers traveling to the Jets on Monday night. Honestly, I think I'm going to pick the Jets here. I think they're going to win some good games this year.
Yeah.
I don't know if necessarily, they're going to make the playoffs or the Super Bowl, but I think they're going to win some good, hard games. And I think they're going to beat the Chargers.
Yeah, I could see them definitely beating the Chargers. It is tough because the Jets are at home. So that is definitely one of the advantages that they have. I don't know if Breece Hall is going to be complete. He should be healthy, I would imagine, but he is coming off of a torn ACL. So it's tough, man.
He should be back. This is like halfway through the season.
Yeah, but how is he going to look?
Through.
Because even like this season after Saquon tore his ACL and he was supposedly healthy, he just didn't look the same. Yeah, I'm going to go Jets as well. If this team's healthy and Kellen Moore's offense looks great like I expected to, and they're utilizing Quentin Johnson correctly, I'm going to go Chargers. But for my preseason predictions, I'm going to go Jets as well.
All right. Week 10, we got the Jets traveling to the Raiders. Man, I don't have the Raiders winning any of their games that I've picked so far. Right now it says they're 0-8. You know what? I'm gonna give the Raiders one here. Yeah, I don't know why.
All right, make it 0-9 for me because I'm going Jets. All right, week 11. Did we both pick? Shit. Oh, no, I have the Jets losing here in week 11. You have them winning.
Yeah, I had them winning. I might change that Raiders pick, honestly. I could definitely see them beating the Raiders. But we'll see how their schedule or what their record looks like at the end of the season. Week 13, we got the Falcons traveling to the Jets. You know, I think the Falcons might be kind of a sneaky, depending on Desmond Ridder, unless he's like, if he's complete garbage, then Falcons aren't going to be good. But if he's serviceable, I think the Falcons might be semi-decent. You know, they could win that division. But I'm going to take the Jets here.
I'm taking the Jets at home. You know, it's going to be cold out. It's getting near the end of the season. This is probably like November-ish, late November.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, around there. Yeah, give me the Jets at home. I'm not going to overthink this one.
Week 14, we got the Texans traveling to the Jets. Not going to overthink it. I still think the Jets are better. Texans,
Same.
Maybe it'll be a little bit of a more interesting matchup, but I still think the Jets get the dub.
Week 15, we both had Miami winning. Week 16, this is interesting. I think this is actually going to be a good game. I think that the Commanders might have a possibility of making a wild card spot, but I think I'm going to go Jets here. I know what I should be getting with Aaron Rodgers. I think that he has a bounce back year. I think that he's going to be playing with some passion again, and I don't think that Sam Howell is going to be tremendous against this New York Jets defense. So give me the Jets.
Yeah, it's easy to pick it's not easy, but I don't know what Sam Howell is yet. I really don't. So I'm going to take the Jets as well. Week 17, I had the Jets beating the Browns on Thursday night. And week 18, I had the Jets beating the Patriots.
Okay, wait, hold on. 17. Yeah, I had the Jets beating the Browns, and I'm going to stick with that. And then week 18, I'm going to have them beating the Patriots as well.
So it's funny. I have the Jets going 12-5 and winning the division, which, I mean, I could see it happening. I could. Like, it's not like so far-fetched.
But it's not what you were expecting. Because were you thinking Miami was going to win?
Yeah. I was thinking maybe Miami. Like, I was kind of hoping Miami would win. But the way the Jets schedule, it's a little bit easier than the Dolphins and the Bills. And you know, I could actually see them beating a lot of these teams. I mean, I could easily have them beating the Raiders. Like, I just gave that one to the Raiders, to be honest.
Either way, I have the Jets going 12-5 as well.
Really?
With different wins, yeah.
Wow.
So I have the Jets taking the division at 12-5, the Bills at 11-6, the Dolphins at 9-8, and the Patriots at 5-12. God damn.
I have the Jets at 12-5, Bills and Dolphins at 11-6, and the Patriots at 7-10, which I'm not too happy about the tied record between the Bills and the Dolphins.
It'll come down to division games.
Damn, I mean, depending on, I mean, with those records, you could easily have 3 teams from the AFC East in the playoffs.
Agreed.
I don't know if that's.
It can be done. I mean, technically, all 4 teams could make it.
Yeah.
Since they added like another wild card spot, so technically, it's possible.
Yeah. Let me ask you though, Dane. Who do you think is most likely to win the division?
Most likely, I would say, is the Bills. I think that they've been doing it recently. I think that they've been a proven commodity. Josh Allen's still there. He still has Stephon Diggs. I think adding Dalton Kincaid's great. They still have Dawson Knox. James Cook's a good running back. I think the defense will be solid if it's healthy. You know, DeMar Hamlin's going to be coming back, which is cool. I think that's like a unsung hero of Bills Mafia at this point in time. And, you know, he's going to want to play and all the fans are going to be behind them. I think it's the most likely. However, that's not what I'm predicting. And I don't think that's what you're predicting either.
I mean, I was just kind of going through the games. I don't know, man. I have a hard time believing the Jets are going to win this division. Do I think they're a lot better now? Yes. But what if Aaron Rodgers is regressing? What if he has another terrible season?
He very well could. And I think if he does have another bad season this year, then he'll probably just have another year or two and then he'll be done playing football. But I don't see it happening. I think when you touched on the passion that he's playing with this year in New York compared to where he was in Lambeau, like he was way more miserable back there. Plus, you know, he's got Garrett Wilson, man. And Garrett Wilson, I'm not even trying to compare him to Devontae Adams, but there's a lot of similarities between their game that I think Aaron Rodgers will notice, and he's already building that rapport. I mean, he's seen Garrett Wilson make these catches in practice that are just ridiculous, and he was one of the best wide receivers coming out of college. So he's got that. He's got a solid defense to rely on. He's got a good O-line, good running attack, good head coaching.
I think if Breece Hall comes back and he plays like he did last year before he got hurt, I think I would have more confidence. It's just the thing with the Bills is they do disappoint. They've kind of disappointed these last couple of years. Like you think they're going to be
elite,
so elite, and they kind of disappoint you or whatever. Is this a year that they finally, you know, get over that hump? You know, and beat the Bengals and the Chiefs and win the division? I don't know. We'll see. But the Dolphins, and the Dolphins have, I think, probably have more question marks than all of these teams, because that's if they can stay healthy. If they can stay healthy, then I think sky's the limit for this team. If they can't, then it's probably going to be the same thing as last year.
Yeah.
A lot of question marks. A lot of question marks.
And see, that's why we do these preseason predictions, because a lot will change, a lot will happen that will affect our in-season predictions, and that's kind of the fun of it. You know, Jake and I, we actually did guess some preseason predictions correct last year, exactly on the money, which was awesome. And, you know, we both had our hot takes who we thought was going to be like going to playoffs, making it to the Super Bowl, and we both had the Eagles in there, which was great. We felt good to really hit on that one. So it's kind of wait and see, but I hope that you guys enjoyed us covering the AFC East. You know, the AFC is loaded this year, so it's going to be a hard conference to play in. All these teams are going to be going up against some of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. But yeah, guys, like, comment, subscribe, share us. You know, we finally had a decent breakthrough on our last uploaded video, but 2 videos ago, if we're counting that, Jake. But yeah, guys, we appreciate you guys tuning in and listening to us. Jake, you have anything to add before we get out of here?
No, that's it. Thanks for listening, and as always, peace.